some people would suggest, and I don't know if this is true, you're a medical doctor, maybe you can answer better. When you get a biopsy, you're putting yourself in danger of those cells spreading because they're cutting open a natural cancer cell that's been encapsulated. So when you take a biopsy, they're cutting into that, actually spreading those possibly cancer tumors throughout the body. Is that a myth, or would that make sense?
Um, it would not be a problem with most garden variety cancers, but with certain cancers, it could be a factor. So it's something that's not a common result or common occurrence from something. And like we said, um, most breast cancers are slow growing, and many of there's so much overdiagnosis with mammograms that a lot of people get diagnosed with cancer that have a precancerous condition that was never going to kill them anyway. And then they're treating them with that with radiation and chemo, where they were better off having no treatment or never even known was cancer. They would have been better off without the fear and without the treatments, because now they're going to have a secondary cancer from the chemo or the radiation. So there's a large degree of people that are hurt by treatments in general, not just by the biopsy, but the subsequent treatments because the medical profession has to err on the side of overdiagnosing people because they don't want to get sued from a person saying they got cancer that was missed. So that means we have to diagnose a lot of people with cancer who don't even have aggressive cancer or a cancer that's ever going to kill them, or even who have cancer. So we're treating a lot of people that don't even need to be treated, and we're causing a lot of premature deaths with the treatments for people who never needed to be treated. And these people are never getting the advice to change their diet or eat a cancer protective diet. And my point is that even though I'm saying that mammograms have no societal advantage, in other words, an individual advantage they could have, one person who maybe benefit from having the cancer, an aggressive cancer diagnosed earlier, but that's rare. And that's balanced out by people that are hurt by the mammograms who are getting overdiagnosed or misdiagnosed and then getting treated when they didn't need to be. And so the people that are helped are balanced against the people that are hurt. And so overall, the effect on society is nil because it's about equal to the amount of people that are hurt that are helped compared to people, a society never getting mammograms as a whole. But the overwhelming point is that these things have relatively little to no effect on lifespan in a population. What has the most powerful effect is these dietary and lifestyle interventions people could make to stop cancer, slow aging, live longer, protect their brains, and improve their immune systems to be able to ferret out and destroy abnormal cells and silence abnormal genes and prevent cancers from occurring. So even though I'm not saying it's absolute where you get 100% protection, I am saying getting 99% protection is certainly worth the effort to eat such a healthy diet.
Sure. And I want to talk to you about diet in a moment, but I want to ask you, so biopsy, if somebody says the doctor or some doctor told them they had uh possibly have cancer, they want to do a biopsy, would you take that on a case by case situation, or would you say get the biopsy and find out for sure, or would you advise them against getting a biopsy?
Well, that's a good question because you're right. I take it on a case by case basis. Let me give an example. I've had some males who came to me with a rising PSA, that their were following their PSA velocity. It means their PSA, instead of going up slowly as they age, has now speeded up in the rate at which it's climbing, which is pretty indicative of prostate cancer. So the question is, should this person get a biopsy? And I said to them, look, the biopsy is to give you definitive data to ascertain whether this is truly cancer or maybe we're making a mistake and it's not cancer. But I'd recommend, let's just assume it's cancer because the probability that this PSA velocity is cancer is too high. And why undergo those risks of a biopsy when it's not going to affect our treatment plan? Because our treatment plan is still going to be nutritional, whether you have cancer or not. Whether the treatment is still going to be nutritional. And if we err and you don't have cancer, then what did we do wrong? We gave you a healthy diet and natural substances like curcumin and green tea. We gave you certain extracts to fight cancer and a diet that fights cancer that has no potential for hurting you in any way and only helps you and extends your lifespan. So I don't need to have a definitive diagnosis of prostate cancer to put people on my protocol to reverse prostate cancer. And by the way, the data on prostate cancer in men is that overall screening, diagnosing, and treating has been shown to not have a significant effect in extending males' lifespan and to have a significant effect on giving males a worse quality of life from awareness of cancer, the biopsies, the treatments, now the erectile, the impotence, the urinary difficulties, the side effects of this drugs and the hormones they're taking. So we're not even sure that it's in the vast majority of cases, it's better not even to know you have prostate cancer if you were just going to use standard treatments. But now I'm saying here that if we just suspect you're at high risk of prostate cancer, or if the PSA is starting to rise and it's suggestive of prostate cancer, do the program. You don't have to diagnose to get a definitive biopsy. Why? Because why? Because the PSA goes down and we see it reversing itself with a blood test, and we protect your life and give you a better quality of life. And there's no point pursuing all these biopsies of your prostate.
I think you meant, and maybe I'm wrong, that if they're going to do the standard treatment, then they should definitely know before they do them, because why do them if you're changing their diet is the number one thing they should do. But if they're planned on going to do the radiation and chemo and all that, well then yeah, get a biopsy to make sure this is what you truly have, because why go
that
through all
makes
that?
sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense, but you know that chemotherapy doesn't work for prostate cancer anyway.
Sure, but just in general.
The rate. In other words, the treatments they have, like seed implantation, are they don't involve chemo, but in any case, you're right. You wouldn't put seed, you wouldn't radiate your prostate unless you really knew it was prostate cancer for sure. But I'm advising this person, let's not do any medical intervention.
Regardless, you have to
Let's
do your
do the diet, and we can follow your PSAs and see it's going down.
Okay,
now should we? Oh, go ahead.
No, finish. Just what you were going to say.
And you can continue to follow the PSA moving forward to see that the velocity of the speed of rise is slowing down and eventually it's leveling off and eventually turning around with a blood test. And we never had to do a biopsy in this person.